Hello and welcome to this pick a card reading all about answering the call. Where is spirit guiding you at this moment to step up and lead, and how can you listen to the messages that are coming through? There are 3 piles to choose from, 1, 2 and 3. Timestamps will be in the description box below, so you can skip ahead to whichever pile you choose. Pause the video, take a moment, really tune in to your heart space and see which one you're the most drawn to. The messages for you will be there. Please remember this is a collective reading. If you want something way more personalized to you, my booking link will be down there too, so you can reach out to book yourself in. All the details of my upcoming workshops, if you happen to be in the Hampshire area, will also be down there. All of that stuff. But take a moment, be with the cards, see where you're drawn, and I will see you in your reading. Hello, pile 1. If you picked this card, you have the Mystic Rose, devotion, humility, humanity, and grace. And this card is really asking you to tune in to the center of your heart, that heart space. That's where the message is going to be coming through, and commit yourself. Devote yourself to those messages that are there, that are streaming in at the moment. And there's a level of needing to take a step back to sit in the word humility, really standing out there, to be, I'm being really shown off stage, as in sitting with self. So really being with the messages that are coming from within and not worrying about the external at this moment in time, because the messages coming through are about you really being with self and not having a part of caring what the world thinks. It's not, so this call to step up and lead is very internal for you, pile 1. It's about really being with self, to really land in you, to really land in whatever is within you, those messages, and devote yourself to self, to spirit, to that inner landscape, before worrying so much about that external that will get you to that leadership, that will get you outwards into the world in however you're supposed to be. But it's about coming home to self first and finding a level of self-love and self-worth within that, so that there isn't this push-pull between you and then the external world, that there's much more grace with it, that you can flow with it and you can step forward in the way you are supposed to, and it's in a much more gentle way. Almost, Spirit's making it very clear, almost unseen. The way you're supposed to step up and lead is not necessarily that you will be on a stage or have maybe a public platform of any description. It is much more about your leadership is in the way you quietly move through the world, the way you quietly affect people, that will have such a deep impact. You're not necessarily someone that's going to come in and it'll be like, boom, oh my God, everyone's having these revelations and grand changes. Your presence, your being, the way you are and the way that you gracefully move through the world is going to be that inspiration point. So let's get some tarot for you and see what the tarot is saying. They words come out together. Okay, so we have the Queen of Swords, the 8 of Pentacles, the Devil in reverse, and the Hierophant. So the Queen of Swords, we love her, sat on her throne in her power in the upright, and she has very much got this clarity of mind. She's very perceptive. She is able to communicate clearly with self, with others, and just has this ability to know, to understand. And it's interesting here that we've got this rose here and then this bloom of roses here in the headspace, because there's this element here of this clarity, and that's part of your grace in that inner. So that this inward turn will also be about quieting the mind, so that all of the messages that you need can come through, and that's what will be your greatest guide, but you need the space for it to enter. And then when you are able to like be in that space, like your ability to perceive and then communicate will have impact. And it's with the Eight of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles is a card about this like dedication to whatever it is you're crafting. The person is crafting Pentacles. So this is that dedication to getting this clarity of mind, and you will find it through your heart space. So I'd very much recommend a heart meditation, really focusing in on that area to then be able to clear the mind. So you could even visualize, if you're a visual person, visualize a rose opening, blooming at your heart. And then once that's opened, that can grow upwards from your heart space up into like through your throat, up to your third eye and out to your crown. And imagine that there's that like beautiful bouquet of roses like blooming from your head. And this is where the dedication and effort needs to be at this time, to master that craft of the clarity of mind, because that's what will help you move through the world, and that's a part of what you need to offer people. We have the Devil here in the reverse. Devil's not bad. There's no bad cards in tarot. Some can just be a bit more uncomfortable. And the Devil in reverse is all about releasing your limiting beliefs. So there's a level of needing to go into the darker areas, the shadows, to be able to detach from them, to find the light in the darkness, but to release yourself from like the parts of where you're holding yourself back. So an anxious, overactive mind where it's thinking, thinking, thinking. So it's bringing that down into the heart space upwards to bloom outwards of the mind. And then that can travel back down to your heart so that you can like shift whatever it is that's holding you back, this negative self-talk, the criticism that you give yourself, the like carousel going round and round in your mind of the I can'ts and this and that and whatever it may be for you. You need to release that, but you need to action it in the sense of you have to look at it to release it. You can't avoid it. And we're moving on to the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is a beautiful card because this is all about this spiritual wisdom and this like all of these traditional ways, the old ways, that old age wisdom coming in. And there's such a strong stance of this figure here surrounded by light, and even this with this almost shadow figure. So it's like bringing your shadows, releasing them, but bringing them, that they're a part of you, they're a part of your story, so that you can expand light outwards. Because the Hierophant is a teacher of sorts. So there is this element that you are here to impart wisdom. But going back to that, there's a level of you doing it in a very quiet way. So it very much feels, as I've said, like Spirit's making it very clear. There's this like, it's showing me like a stepping onto stage, but with this like stepping off. And it's like, it's a retreat. And it could even be for you that maybe you're someone that has a very public forward way of life, and that at the moment there's just this inward retreat, and perhaps you'll then be back on the stage and shining that outwards. But it's definitely this inner quiet. You're not going to be teaching through like almost force. You don't need to raise your voice to teach. It's very calm, collected, soft, and that's going to have such an impact, such a strong ripple outwards. And that this Hierophant here is holding a key, because you hold the key to such like knowledge and wisdom that is, it's within you already. So it's not to say not to go have like lessons or go learn from teachers and bring in that spiritual wisdom from people and bring it down, because that is how we learn. But there's also a level of Spirit wanting you to know it's already within you, but you just have to shift that like shadow out of the way so that you can actually see that it's there. The wisdom is there already. You already hold it. It's almost very much saying like that crone energy. You hold all this ancient wisdom already within you, and there doesn't need to be an external seeking. Not to say, like I said, that there wouldn't be some external seeking, because it's always great to learn and have guides in that way. But a lot of the wisdom is already within you. So even when you do find you go to learn, a lot of it will be a remembering of these ancient ways, because it's there. it's in your blueprint, it's in your DNA, it's in your blood, it's within you, it's in your heart space. You just have to clear the way to be able to find it so that you can move forward and lead. Let's get some more cards for you, pile one. We have creativity. I don't know if that's on screen because oh, banging. And the Guardian Stone. So interesting, with such a similar visual here, and then even to this as well. So creative expression and trust your vision, and that's this part. And here we've got the heart and the third eye being like activated, shown again. And that's because it's already within you, and then that's how you'll be able to express yourself with that clarity. The Queen of Swords, you have to trust the vision, you have to trust what's already within you to be able to bring it out. And that part of the creativity, the creative expression, is like taking you outside of the box, taking you outside of what you think you should be doing, either by societal norms or anything like that. But it's how things will come through you is not going to look, I say like air quotes, normal. There will be a different way for you to bring it forwards that's very aligned to who you are. So trusting that you may need to like think outside the box. You will be going off, say, course, and I'm doing air quotes again because it's that part of like, it's a level of moving some conditioning, and that'll be also this releasing here of the limiting beliefs that are holding you back. Some of it's conditioning and some of it's not yours, and you're trying to fit into like a box that you don't fit into. So it's bringing yourself out of that and being like, okay, well, everyone is doing it like this, but I actually need to do it like this, and trusting in that and trusting yourself with that. We have the Guardian Stone here. So for one, beautiful, because you are being guarded. You have a level of protection around you from your ancestors and from your guides. And we've got awakening, progress, and initiation. So it's really wanting you to clear this way so you can move forward. There's almost like a portal here, this eye within this stone, and it's wanting you to step through to that, into a whole new way of being. A whole new way of this seeing things, and that will happen as you shift this, so you can step into this. There's a level of that awakening. Always happens when we do like devil work, shadow work. We make this movement, and there's always a level of awakening and shifting and up leveling as such. Initiating into a whole new way of being, but this whole new way of being is old, it's ancient, it's already within you, and it's been within you for quite some time. And Spirit's making it very clear, like as in now's the time, kind of like that level of like take this opportunity, take this, the gateway's there. You just have to rid yourself of what can't go through. And now is the time. Spirit's making it very clear, like it's tapping a watch, like tapping a clock, like now, like come on, like now is the time. Do it now, do it now, do it now. This isn't for later, this is a now thing. So if you're like, oh, I just don't have the time or anything like that, but it's like Spirit's like making time, because now is the time. So definitely a point of focus and something to, yeah, action swiftly. Let's see what else wants to come through for you, pile one. Oh, on the floor. Healing earth, the power to give and receive healing. So really utilizing, and this is this ancient old wisdom coming through again, very like shamanic. So you may be someone of that has a draw to that type of thing, or something to look into if you don't, but it's using very earth-based practices, that part of bringing in this ancient knowledge that's already here, the old ways, the old ways, the old ways, the old ways. And with that, it's this will activate you in a whole new way, so that you can like give your gifts to the world. And also in that, like, you will receive what you need. It's always that like that infinity loop of give and take, and it needs to be in balance. But it's very much connecting with earth. So the meditation I said to do with the heart and the mind, if you can get yourself out and sit yourself up against a tree, out in nature in some way, I would very much recommend, because you're bringing in ancient wisdom, and it's like that is coming from like the earth, it's coming from the roots, it's coming from your roots, it's coming through your lineage. So really, really pay attention to how you're being guided by the natural world. And the best way to do that will be to go and spend some time in it. So let's get you some final cards. Pile one. Got for you, we have golden topaz and yellow rose, abundance, raising your vibration, light missions, and raw activations. So with these, you can use anything on them. So you can use either the crystals or the flowers. Yellow roses are very linked to friendship. And we've got the butterflies here, which are all about transformation. You know, the caterpillar has to die, and so it can bloom into a beautiful butterfly. And we've got a key once again being shown here. So that's very much this link in to clear that space, to raise your vibration, to really connect in. So you can be this beacon of light, which is very similar to this lady stood here. We also have Garnet and Lady's Mantle with womb healing, sexual power and sovereignty. So that's very much that connected to that, like, you know, that root. So that very earthly, deep connection. And really linking that through. So you need the clarity of mind, but your wisdom is going to be very, very connected to the earth and that lower, like very grounded, rooted way. And this through line then for you, as you raise your vibration, it's going to go through your whole system. It'll be through your whole body. And that, like, because the moving with grace image is very like floaty. Is the easiest way to describe it within my mind space, which is almost like a juxtaposition to, you know, very earthly, grounded, rooted sorts of energy. But it's because you're bringing this ancient wisdom up, so you'll be deeply connected to the earth, but it's that level of that is such a higher connection that you will vibrate at such a different frequency. This is why I think there's that part of like, it's not necessarily such a loud voice out in the world. The impact you have will be through you, it's your resonance, it's your frequency. With this card coming up, if there is any levels of womb healing that needs to be done, then obviously please action that. There are some wonderful people that can assist you with that type of thing, and Garnet and Lady's Mantle can obviously help, but it's reclaiming that sovereignty. So really breaking away that conditioning and those patternings that don't serve you, that aren't yours. Strip them away so that that energy can flow through you. And then we have here the secret garden of sacred space. Cultivate your space, inner beauty and self-care. So that leads into the fact that with that tapping of the watch, that now is the time to cultivate this space, but also in general, where you will be up leveling your frequency, where you will vibrate at that almost like higher frequency, and that's the impact you have on the world. There's also a level of needing this now, but also needing this moving forwards as you have like risen up. When you rise up, is that having a sacred space, having a place where you do take care of self, where you can have quiet and recharge, that is all, you know, a little sanctuary for you, is going to be very, very important to keep that clarity, to keep you from being worn out. Because you will have this impact on other people, it will be very easy to be drained by other people at the same time. So it's about keeping that balance, but definitely something for now, but something to cultivate now, and then also like keep up to, this isn't just do it now and then everything fits into place. That will be an ongoing level of needing to tend to self so that you can impact the world in the ways that you need to. I will leave it there for you, pile one. I hope this resonated. Please let me know in the comments. If you would like to win an hour-long reading with me, then follow the link that's down there to jump across to my Instagram to enter the giveaway, and I will see you in my next reading. Hello, pile two. If you picked this card, this is your reading, and we are going to keep an eye on that dripping wax. you have the card Sub Rosa, hidden in plain sight, learning and teaching. So the call that is coming to you of how you should step up and lead is already there. You just need to actually like find it. It's there. It's like this massive amount of like, you don't really need to go seeking. It's there within you. And that part of it's all the things you've already, so even this, the learning, teaching, the learning, Spirit's making it very clear, learnt. As in, this is stuff you have, like the stuff is already learnt. It's there, it's within you, you have learnt it. That's how it's hidden in plain sight. It's there within you. And part of how you're being called to step up and lead is the teacher. So Spirit's making it very clear that ing part, we're kind of ignoring. You are here to lead in that way. You are here to teach. You are here to impart the wisdom. And you're here to impart the wisdom of what is like already before people. So this is a level of you needing to do it, but this is also part of your gift to others, that you can activate and show people where things are like already there within them, or there within the stuff they already know, that you're activating and giving a remembrance to people. That is the word I want to use, remembrance. You will activate remembrance in people of their innate gifts. So that teacher element is you're there to, there's also guide coming through. You're there to teach, but you're there to guide and you're there to activate people. So very much this part hidden in plain sight, if you are feeling a bit lost, or it may be that maybe you're not feeling so lost, and that this is just that like part of me, I can't think of the word, part of me saying that like this is your that purpose, that teaching. You're here to impart wisdom and knowledge to others. Let's get you some tarot, pile 2. The lady in the card's got her hand in a triangle shape, and it's very much making me think of the triple goddess. So there is the maiden mother crone, the strong, feminine, divine, intuitive energy coming in, and she's almost got it like hovering above her heart space, and like just so deeply within self connected, almost giving me high priestess vibes as well. And high priestess is the keeper of sacred knowledge. She is the divine feminine. She is deeply, deeply intuitive. What cards have we got for you? And let's make sure we can kind of keep them on the screen. I've got the tiniest little space here. So Temperance is the first card coming through for you, and Temperance is a card that is all about balance and patience and purpose. Everything is like divinely in flow with the Temperance card. So there's this part of the purpose that's already within you, and that you've already learned that having patience with how things like land and unfold for you, that doesn't need to be this huge, almost like seeking. So although this is like hidden in plain sight, and there needs to be like some excavating, patience in the timing of it. So everything always happens in divine timing and will land when it is supposed to, but it's very, very relevant right now for you, because here we have the Tower. So there is a moment that's coming up of personal transformation, that because the Tower is one of those like bit more shock cards. No bad cards in Tarot though, don't worry. And so with this, the personal transformation that is to come, that will like shake you, and this is part of his patience right now. Keep things like in balance and just keep aligned to your purpose. And even if you're like, oh, I don't know what my purpose is, that's kind of why I'm here, it's like that will come like almost like after this. So it's having that patience and just keeping yourself like regulated and keeping yourself aligned, and a level of trust and belief, because it will come through with this. And we have the 10 of Wands with it, and 10s are all about completion. So this will be an ending of something, some stuff that still needs to shift out. And the Ten of Wands is a card about it's like it can be the burden of the wands that the person's carrying in the Rider-Waite, but this person's got this like explosion almost of these wands coming from their head. So with this personal transformation, this like that could be highly uncomfortable. The Tower is uncomfortable, you know, quite shocking, quite big changes. You know, it will make an impact. You'll know, essentially, you'll know. But it is a completion stage, and it will be this activation of everything like really coming online and really landing in a way. And that's why this patience part is coming through. So it's like trust in the process, trust that this will happen exactly as it is supposed to. But it's just, you don't need to like almost like seek it now. It's already there, it's happening, and it is getting you to that part of like I said, teacher, guide, that sort of like mentor, that is the calling. But this has to happen before you can really activate, expand that your third eye crown space, and bring it into a way that really works for you. Really bring in that high priestess energy, essentially, because then here we have the Ace of Wands, and aces are new beginnings. Wands are fire, so that is the like our energy and our passion, our action, that inspiration that will have, you know, expanded here. I do Ace to 10 as a journey, completion, beginning, beautiful. And this is that like this inspiration, this new beginnings of potential and creation, and this ability to then move forward in a way and start to build and create, and you'll have that drive and ambition to go towards exactly where you're supposed to be. But there's like a level of this playing out. So just trusting in the process at this time with how that plays out, with how this lands. The Tower moment will come. Just trust in the fact that it will. It will come, it will land. You just need to keep yourself as balanced as you can. And this will really assist with Tower moments. The more aligned we are, the more our nervous system is calm, the more we're tending to self. This, you know, Temperance is then in the upright and in flow, and it will help us all the more when the Tower hits. We also have for you Temple, the wisdom within, quieten external noise. That's that part of this self-care, but also this with the hidden in plain sight, and it's within you, that learnt, the wisdom within. Everything is within you, and that's the part that you have to seek. And the more you can, you know, balance, align, and listen to what is already within you, the stuff you've already got, this will help with this personal transformation. It's part of it. There's something within you when you quiet the external noise that will assist in this personal transformation. And the lovely thing about the Tower in reverse is it's less of an impact than when it's in the upright. In the upright, that tower's being hit by lightning and we didn't see it coming, so like we're like, oh my god, shit. In the reverse, like we deal with it a lot better. It doesn't have such a high impact. Still an impact, but it's not as like much of a catastrophe, should I say. Yeah, really coming into you here, the cave. Retreat, time out, self-care, and slow down. Really focus on this Temperance card, bringing yourself into balance. Where moderate your life. Where are things not moderated? Are you doing too much of this when it's like, I don't know, not good for you? Or are you focusing too much on one thing? It's like getting the balance across your diet, your mental headspace, your emotional field, like everything. But it's really taking that time to look after self, to slow down. And if you are someone that is like busy, it's asking you to retreat, go inwards and tend to self. Get another card for you, pile 2. Go with the flow, letting go, cleansing and receiving. So Temperance, you know, there are 2 cups with water flowing in between within the Temperance. So that is that water. The water is our intuition. It's being able to like really tune into spirit and like be guided in that way. So getting into that flow state is all of this. And then letting go of like whatever does not serve you, that personal transformation part, that cleansing, so that you can truly receive and like step up. And then it's so interesting. So we've got the prayer hands here, so that the quiet and external noise go into that inner temple. The cave here, where he is almost like hugging himself, this retreat and slow down, that inward, he's within that cave. And this looks like almost like stepped out of the cave. There's water in the background. The more external, this coming out, this birthing happens after the tower, where you can then begin to receive. So there's this level of like really giving to self, and then there's this, it's almost as if like there's this movement outwards, but she's still, you know, tending to self. And there has to be a like release there. Like her arms need to, like as she learns to go with the flow, her arms will soften and come outwards, but it's still part of the process. And you got 3 cards here, so we will pull them all. Don't tell pile number 1. Earth magic, fearlessness and removing obstacles. And there's this movement. She's now like a free spirit. She's running on this horse, and that's this part of like the wands, the fire, that action, the drive, really, really coming in for you. And that's what we truly, truly want. I just realised that none of these are really on the screen. Sorry, apologies. There is that movement outwards. There is this release. There will be that like greater connectivity and bringing that intuitive wisdom down into the earth, into the material, into your body, where you will have that fire, that drive, that oomph really come in. That will, like, you have this fearlessness. So any obstacles that are in the way, the horse is just going to jump over. They're not going to be obstacles in that way. And that's part of that Ace of Wands. We have here the soul radiance. What a beautiful card. Phoenix rising, and look at that, her arms have opened. She has been reborn. She's the phoenix. She can fly from the ashes. And what does fire do? When the 10 of Wands, you know, it burns, it like burns things to ash. That's how the phoenix rises. You truly rise up as this high priestess, as this teacher, as this guide, as this figure that can really like you'd notice this, right? If you're like walking along, if you're just walking down the street and someone's in like almost like this position, you're not going to notice them so much. If someone stood there like this, you're going to be like, oh, you know, they're going to take your eye. And that's that part, like you will really come into a way of being and be seen as a teacher and a guide. You are seen, you are viewed, you are looked at. And it will be coming through true like source, your soul radiance, your purpose, your blueprint, the reason you are here will really, really come forwards. Let's get some final cards for you, pile 2. So this is anything that comes through in these can be, like I say, on the floor, can be utilized. Actually, no, we're going to pick it up off the floor. Sorry, Spirit's going no. It came out, so pick it up. Let's just get the other ones first. That one. Ooh, let's get that card off the floor. So you have golden topaz and yellow rose. How beautiful. Look at all this soul radiance. Look at all this gold. Look at all this rising up abundance, raising your vibration, light missions and raw activations. This pillar of light, this beacon of light that people are going to be drawn to, because people need to be drawn to you. That's part of your purpose, because you have wisdom to impart. You have wisdom to teach. You have things, you have skills. There are things that you need to impart on the world. We've got the butterflies here, which are a sign of transformation. Caterpillar dies so that it can become the butterfly. This transformation, the tower, that releasing, like that personal transformation you're going through to rise up. It's a little key here, that wisdom. Raising your vibration. So that is that, like I said, that raising up of your light, and that's through this process underneath. And yellow roses are very linked to friendship. So they're like, you can also lean on your community, your friends for support at this time. This retreat and time out and self-care doesn't always have to be solitary. Sometimes self-care is, you know, sitting with a friend. And then the golden Libyan tektite. Expansion, galactivations, initiation in ancient Egypt. So Egyptian wisdom may be part of the thing that's coming through you. This figure here, very, very resonant to Isis. So you could potentially look at that as a figure, a deity to talk to guide, to bring in, if you feel the call, if that feels aligned. But there is definitely this expansion of self, uprising, up leveling, expansion, like upwards yourself, as in this beam of light, you becoming a beacon of light, and it really, like, I don't know, going online, turning on so that people can actually see you, find you, you know, come to you. You have to obviously, you know, people aren't going to find you with your lights off. You need your lights on. And that's how you will expand outwards into the world in whatever way that is. And like that could be, for many of you, it could look different with how that could be humongous world stage and become like, I don't know, like a superstar, famous, or just, I don't know, within your local community. Neither is better or worse than the other. Whatever it is will be your purpose, but there is this rising up. So yeah, beautiful reading for you, pile 2. Please let me know how it resonated, and please let me know how this goes. Let me know what you're teaching. Let me know what a beacon of light that you become. I will leave it there for you. Please like, subscribe, share, do all of the things. And if you would like to win an hour-long reading with me, the link is in the description box, to jump across to Instagram to enter the giveaway, and I will see you on the next reading. Hello, pile 3. If you picked this card, this is your reading, and you have plant yourself here, integration, embodiment, and action. So you need to root down. You need to get yourself really, really solid with what you already know and have within you. So you answering the call, how you're being called to step up and lead, is about like rooting yourself, grounding yourself, bringing yourself into being where you are, integrating the lessons, the wisdom, the journey you've already been on, and truly embodying that wisdom so you can act from it. So this planting yourself here, you might be like, but I want to plant myself where I am. And Spirit's saying this because it's multiple of you. So this can look different for different people. So for some of you, it's that exactly where you are, you need to plant yourself down there, root yourself, get yourself solid, you know, start putting solid things in place. For others of you, it may not be exactly where you are. There's still the integration, embodiment of lessons and stuff, but it may not be that you plant exactly where you are. And for some of you, you'll plant yourself where you are, and you can always move. I'm saying plant yourself and root yourself down. It's not necessarily forever. Some of you it will be. There's a mixture. It's like coming through us in like there's multiple. So depends on you and your personal journey for that. But let's get you some tarot. Justice in reverse. Oh, 3. Okay, we will go with that. Perfect. Don't know what that was. Weird little like almost sing-song. Apologies for that. I should never sing. Not publicly anyway. First of all, Justice in the reverse. So this is a card. We want the Justice upright because it's the scales, it's Libra. We want them balanced. Justice. We want everything to be just, fair, you know, and in order. And in the reverse, like, you know, scales are out of whack. So there is levels of injustice or unfairness, but it can also talk about a lack of accountability. And that's this part of the integration. So there's lessons you have learnt or are learning, but this is that part here, the integrate and embody. It's like they've come through, but they're sitting at your mind. They're sitting very logically, and you need to bring them down. You need to bring them down through your whole system, through the heart, and then down through the root, and like really like bring it into your body, because it's almost like useless them just staying in your mind. It doesn't need to be that analytical, and not to say that it didn't have its purpose or serve you, but it's bringing stuff into the body to bring the balance back in. And we have the 5 of Swords. 5s are in tarot, they're all about like conflict and challenge, and the 5 of Swords is that it's about conflict, it's about tension, it's about tension of the mind, and this is because you need to integrate and bring things down through your body. So it's getting out of the mind space, completely and utterly getting out of the mind space. And although not in this Justice card here, but the Justice card in tarot holds swords, there's swords within, and swords is the mind space. It's air, and so that speaks of the conflict we can have in our minds, the fears, the worries, the anxieties, and the analytical and that logic and everything like that. Like I said, all wonderful, all has its place and purpose, but right now it's not serving you. You've got to get out your head. You have to get out of your head. You have to get out of that mind space. You have to bring the lessons and integrate them down, and the wisdom through that down into your body. Embody. My phone ran out of storage. So the Eight of Swords is a card that is all about being restricted. It's a prison of our own making. It's a prison of our mind. It's how we're keeping ourselves trapped, and also victim mentality can come into the Eight of Swords. So there are levels here of, like with this one, if it is part of the justice in reverse of the lack of accountability. So part of it is like this, you're needing to integrate and embody, because you need to get yourself out of the trappings of your mind. So this very much also links, and this could very much be present for you at the moment and have come up recently for those of you that are watching it now and are not on more of the timeless thing. The most recent Sagittarius full moon, the Eight of Swords was where the Gemini part, the sun, was. This is the connecting card. And the Eight of Wands was a card about expansion. That's the Sagittarius. So this would have come up recently, potentially, for you, of these trappings of the mind, and how you're stuck, and how it's your mind space, because you need to come out of it, come out of the mind and into the body. That this is where you're getting trapped, and it's like a merry-go-round, and you're just getting caught up in this carousel, and it's not serving you, it's not helping you. So this is the part that needs to shift, to bring yourself into like your body, integrate the lessons. So stop analyzing and overthinking and worrying, and get out of the mind, into the body, into the heart, like, and be in that space, especially into the heart, like through the heart space, because the cups here. So cups is the heart space, cups is water, cups speaks of our emotions and our feelings. So stop thinking about your feelings and feel your feelings. And then through that, it's like bringing it into the body and grounding it and embodying it. You can take action from there, because there's great lessons in this. It's not here to, the suffering or whatever you've been going through, and the blah happening in the mind is to serve you, because there's lessons there, and that lessons is part of your purpose, and you can then act on them moving forwards into the world. Nine of Cups is a beautiful card to have here. For one, it's obviously asking you to come into your feelings, into your heart space, but it's a card about wishes fulfilled and comfort and happiness and satisfaction. So that's a beautiful card to have here with a bit of the heavier ones, because it's what it's saying is, don't fear it. It's scary in your mind and you've made it into this nightmare, but if you actually allow yourself to feel it, it will pass. You will integrate, you embody, you'll get the lessons, and you will actually come into the place that you want to be in, that you almost like probably want to be in here, but because you're in the mind space of it, you can't get to here. You have to bring it in, feel it, allow then it to shift away, to drain away, to not be with you. And you will then get greater clarity with your, like, how you're being called to step up to lead once you're in that space, because you'll be more embodied, your heart will be more open, and it's going to be all the more glorious for you. Let's get some more cards for you. Pile 3. That one. Find your center, stay true to you, call it to you. Bringing yourself home to yourself. This planting, this rooting, this embodiment. But then look, if we go on this journey, how she then rises up, how she is coming into being, how she is coming into self. And look at these connective points. Deep root connection, deep earth connection here. Heart, mind, her happy face, calm, all of these wonderful things. You can, this is on offer. This is this movement, if you allow yourself to come out of your head, take yourself out of the prison. The Eight of Swords is a card, it's not depicted here so well. The person is like stood in a cage of prisons, essentially. Ooh. And the part of the self imprisoned is the fact that they can actually escape it when they're choosing to stay in it. So you're gonna have to choose to come out of it. That's your first step. That's the part you have to choose. I apologize for the sound in the background. Puppy has decided to sit next to me and start chewing on a bit of wood. So the healing stones: tenderness, care, gentleness, and nourishment. What I'm taking from this, because this is this rising up, this is the finding your center, stay true to you and call it to you, coming home to self. And then look at this almost like radiating out, the ripples here. In your healing, in this process, in your embodiment, integration, your learning, that's what you'll then be able to ripple outwards into the world, this tenderness, care, gentleness, and nourishment. And I would imagine with this like this link to asking you to be, to come into heart, is a tough journey for you, because it's something you crave, and you crave it because you haven't had it in the ways you needed it. So coming into that space is foreign to you, which is why we stay stuck up here in the mind. But in this process of offering yourself, and also bring in people, bring in other people, bring, you know, go and get therapy, go and get and I'm talking holistic therapies here, go to where you're drawn. Like, I do energy work and I do it at a distance if you ever need, but anything like that, offering yourself the space and bringing in other people to assist you with that, to offer you the tenderness and care, the ability and the helping hand to come into your heart space, because it's a foreign land, and like offering yourself what you never had but you want. You will then, this is part of your gift. You come home to self in a way that then that's part of your calling, is to then offer that, what you find, this piece, then outwards to the world, the tenderness, care, gentleness and nourishment. So it may be that you are a healer of sorts. A healer, air quotes, I hate the term. People are just there to assist you on your healing journey. No one can actually heal you. The healing journey is yours. So I very much struggle with the term, but though that ilk of then offering people what you craved and never had, and helping them with their journeys, but also you can bring people in to help you with yours. Loss, lack, fear and victimization. This is coming into these swords again. This lack of accountability and Soul, my dog agrees. Lack of accountability and the victim mentality type of thing coming in, that loss, that lack, feeling like that you are missing something, or I don't know, that part that keeps you stuck. It keeps you in fear. And we've got this owl here actually sitting, wanting to bring in more like wisdom, wanting to bring in wise old owl wisdom, which is beautiful. It's like proper crone energy. And you have it, it's there within you, and it's part of that embodying, integrating where you are, getting yourself out of these prisons, and stop viewing it that things are unfair. This shouldn't be happening to me, this is unfair, la la la. Like, that narrative keeps you stuck here. You have to like lean into trusting that even the things that feel really unfair, and there is so much, don't get me wrong, there's so much injustice and unfairness within the world, absolutely, there completely and utterly is, but it's in trying to shift the narrative, bring in the pain, the suffering, whatever it is, into your body, feel it so it can release. Through that you'll find your purpose, and then it's harder to see now if you are stuck within this like Eight of Swords, that it has its purpose, because it's lessons that you've had to go through to learn so that you can activate and step into your purpose, your calling. So like, trust in it, believe in it, even if it's very uncomfortable and painful. And I say that with such gentleness and love of that everything happens for a reason, because it's such a horrible thing to say when you are in a horrible space, because it doesn't feel like it, it just feels unfair. It really, really, truly does. It feels unfair. But that will shift. Trust me, the more you bring it into your body, the more you bring it into your heart space, that does shift. It'll be part of the process. It depends where you are on the journey. So yeah, it's a very soft calling out. It's said with love, it's said with gentleness and tenderness, and it's said from a place of very much of personal understanding, very much a journey I have been on myself. So there is no judgment. It's just easier when you come out of the shadows. And then here, death and rebirth, darkness to light. You are meant to be in the light, my love. You are meant to offer and radiate out light and healing and tenderness and care and softness. But you have to die first. There has to be this death and rebirth. You have to let things crumble and let things become ash, so that it can nourish the soils, so that when you're rooted, it helps and you can actually stay more grounded. Darkness to light. You will shift out of the dark to the light, I promise you. But it's going to be through getting out of your mind space and allowing yourself to feel. Get yourself out of the mind space into the heart. It's the biggest thing I can tell you here. Out of mind space into heart. My dog is agreeing very much. And I would say a beautiful thing you can do within this space, so you can rise up as you are supposed to. Look, she's come out, birthed, here with these jaguars. So to protect yourself, if you would like, you could set up a little crystal grid. And I have one set up on my altar at the moment, and it's to keep more like the negative energies that aren't yours out. So some of this like could not be yours as well. It's stuff impacting you that is not yours, and for that case we can really put a boundary up. We can put a protective energy barrier around you. Create yourself a little crystal grid, use black crystals, and build it. Like I said, I have one on my altar. And like build a little circle. It doesn't have to be big, it could be massive, it doesn't matter. Build a circle of them, and as you're doing it with intent, you're building this protective ring. And you can put yourself within it, a photo of yourself or something to indicate that it's you, safe within, and that it's this protective barrier to keep negative energies out. So you know, so then you know that all the negative energies you're feeling are your own, and then you can deal with that. But with it, as you're building it, like you're imagining you have a jaguar like protecting it. It will stay walking around, stalking, calling jaguar energy, and visualize that you then have this jaguar walking around, and it's going to keep you protected within this space, so that you can distinguish what is yours and what is not. I very much recommend. Like I said, I have it on my altar. Let's get some final cards. Whoops, for you, pile 3. Pink 𝐂𝐚𝐫𝐝. I don't think I'm saying that right. It's all right. For one, I love the fact it's such a rose quartz heart chakra type of card here, so bringing you into the heart. But creativity, self-expression in life is your canvas, and that is what you will find once you bring yourself into your heart space. What a clearer indication could you have of really needing to bring yourself into your heart, into that softness, into that tenderness, unconditional love and forgiveness for self and for others. And that is how you'll find your center. That's how you'll find your expression. And from there, your creativity comes from that fire. It comes from that passion. It comes like through a deep connection to, you know, spirit. And then you'll find you'll be able to move in a way where your life may be currently feeling very stagnated and very stuck, that you'll then be like, oh my God, look at all the things I can do. Septurian nodules, way shower, shake up the system, cellular upgrades. So that like this shaking it up, for one, for you, shaking up your system, but also this, because you are here to shake up the system, you are here to make impact, you are here to help others, you are a way shower, you are a guide. But you have to step into yourself, into your power to be able to do so. And part of it with this, because this healing stones, like I was saying, the tenderness, care and gentleness and nourishment you offer others, that also comes in teaching people about shadow work, about the darkness and the light, the death and the rebirth. It's helping people on that journey, because you've been on it, so you're a great guide. I apologize for the dog, we'll be done soon. Petalite, cosmic downloads, higher heart, healing and seeing the bigger picture. Because you're going to get so much more information once you've been through this journey, because you will have opened and activated a part of yourself that wasn't there before, and you will get more information then. I think there's still loads here for you, but you will see, the life is your canvas, you'll see the bigger picture, you'll see the purpose in all of this. But I would definitely recommend through this, you could, like these crystals, utilize these crystals. Right, so enough. Sorry, that's the dog, obviously, not you. I will leave it there because the dog has obviously had enough of me doing this now. Please let me know how this resonated. If you need any assistance with any of this, this is my job, this is my purpose, because I've been on this journey myself. All of this, very resonant. So I offer one-to-one services in East Hampshire, but also online. I'm losing my voice. So please reach out if you need any assistance in any way. I would, it's my purpose, apologies, and I would absolutely love to help. If you'd like to win a personalised hour-long reading with me, jump into the description box and find the Instagram link. Go over there, really easy entry. and you may win. I have gone brain dead now, so we'll just go. We will just go. I'm sending you all the love in the world. Go gentle with yourself, but get yourself out of your mind and into your heart.